What's happening, beautiful people of the YouTubes? I'm excited to be here with you. Last week, at this very time, I did my first ever Dynasty auction startup. Took a long time, okay? But it was really fun. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. But I got the itch. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you get the itch for a new way to do something, and that's why we're here again this week. This is my second ever Dynasty auction startup mock draft. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. If today goes well, I am like very tempted to jump into my first real league with the community for the first time in maybe 3 or 4 years. I might be a part of the next league. Like I am genuinely loving it that much. So let's see how today goes. I appreciate y'all big time hanging out with me. Obviously, if you want to get into today's mock draft, the first step is to be a part of our Discord, okay? Nightbot is going to send you a link there. And then when you are in our Discord, and this is the case anytime I do a mock draft, okay? Under the land community, that war room shouldn't be up. Under the land community tab, you'll see a mock drafts tab, okay? I'm just going to say right here so y'all see exactly where I am. I am going to send links anytime I'm live, whether it's a rookie mock draft, a regular startup mock draft. Anytime you want to be a part of these, mock drafts with me, this is the tab where you're going to be able to join. So it doesn't really matter what spot you're at in these auction leagues. It's a $200 budget, but I'm going to go ahead and paste that link in the Discord first. It will be first come, first serve. So again, join the Discord, get into the mock drafts. We'll go ahead and let that fill up. I feel like somebody's watching me. No, I feel like I am going to be better at this week. I was so bad at it last week. Like, I was truly awful. But it's just a feeling. It doesn't mean that it's true. So let's see if that's actually the case. I'm excited to see if that is the case. By the way, just a heads up, y'all. If you don't know, anybody who's a promo code LAND annual mother flock, remember, you do have access once you sync your Discord to a channel called The Call. This is basically a way for you to call into the show. And so if anybody wants to jump into that and leave a voice message for today's show, I'd be happy to hear from you guys. We've got plenty of team reviews to do later after the startup mock draft. I've got some trade questions here as well that I'm going to get to. We have 2 spots remaining. Just 2 spots remaining. Last thing I want you guys to know is that we have 6 spots remaining in our Athena League. Now, you guys will have heard me say this into oblivion by now, but if you want to be a part of a Dynasty League with the land community, we're doing them every Monday. Every Monday there's a new league for you to be a part of, and every Monday there is a new league that is announced for the next week that you can join in the raffling. So tonight is the night where we're going to raffle off spots for the Athena League. Athena League will be raffled off. I have, I think, 6 spots remaining. Okay, I have 6 spots remaining. If you want to get into tonight's league, let's say you're going to become a brand new member tonight, you're guaranteed to get fast-tracked right into that drawing. You don't have to go into the drawing. Everybody, the reason these leagues are set up is so everybody has a chance to be a part of an awesome league. That's the whole reason that they are there. Now, that also is a great segue to let you guys know that we are going to be giving away a live team playbook, my tier 1 product, and the code word to enter is Athena, okay? Athena is the code word. That's all you got to do to enter into today's giveaway. We're going to jump into this mock draft, but who am I hanging out with here? Who is here? What's up, Rough Combat? What's up, Pablo? H. Snively, which, by the way, I believe your YouTube account might be different than your Discord and Flock, but I think you are someone that got fast-tracked into tonight's league. What's up, Brizzleton? He says, wouldn't be a Dynasty Land stream if Zach doesn't show up late. What's up, brother? What's up, Rick, in the building? We've got Sammy here, Mike here, Chasing. Tin Man is in the building. I appreciate y'all being here. Sparrow says, I have to wait till next league to sign up if I was in the one that was just drafted. Yeah, that's a general rule of thumb, just because we want as many people to get into these leagues as possible, right? And some of you guys just have incredible luck getting into these leagues. Some of you guys are like auto picks from the picker for some reason. What's up, Matthias, who just signed up as well, if I'm not mistaken. He is in here. What's going on, y'all? I see Connor. I see you guys. Thanks for hanging out. What's up, Jack? Welcome in, game. Okay, so I believe we are full. Let's all get on the same page. The way that this all works is there's not a snake draft. What will happen is each person gets a chance to nominate a player. We all have a $200 budget. And with that budget, we have to draft a team. Clearly, there's a lot of strategy. Clearly, last week, I mean, Aselimo's back. In Aselimo last week, he wiped the floor with everyone. Okay, so he's back. Watch out for this guy. But you have a $200 budget, and the max is the max that you can offer on a player with still having at least $1 to fill out the rest of your roster. Now, we're doing a start 9, I believe, super flex. I did add kickers. I thought if you wanted, bid on 2026 rookie picks, we can do that. We'll try and kind of keep track of them as they are being bid on. But yeah, it's a tight end premium. Let's go 0.5. I had a lot of fun with this last week. It's a 10-second nomination. And then, man, I really enjoy this format. I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Oh, are the rookies in Sleeper? If that's the case, I will get rid of... They are in Sleeper, so I'm going to get rid of that kicker spot then. That's a good shout there. Okay. Let's just leave it the way it is. Okay, here we go. Starting the draft now. So NJ Casanova has 10 seconds to nominate a player that they want us to bid on. And he starts off hot with Jeremiah Love, which we are up to $5, $6 on Jeremiah Love. I'll offer 6. I'll offer 16. I'll offer 17. Let's be honest. He's not worth more than that. Let's all get on the same page. No, he's going to go for a lot more than this. Projected at 38. Which I don't think is very accurate. I think he's gonna go for more than 38. $32 right now is the highest bid. He goes for 30. Do we have a 36? Right now, 35 is the highest offer. Sizzle's at 36. The 101 is... Oh, I thought it was about to go off the clock. $36 might be the final bid here. Jeremiah Love is off the board for $36, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try and show you guys this a little bit better. Fernando Mendoza. So this is not a rookie startup auction draft, by the way. I promise you guys, there are regular players here, but Mendoza is on the clock. He's getting some bids. What I would like to do is try and have you guys see a little bit more of the bidding. Wow, Mendoza only went for $14. I wonder if we're all going to, like, over-adjust. Drake May. Let's get that number up there. Drake May for $22, $28. I think he went for 50-something last time. He's projected to go for 53. Let's see if that's actually the case. Sammy says, Jeremiah Love, 4 years from being Unk is crazy. That is a callback from Monday's stream. What's he at right now? Only 37? I'll get it on 37. Okay, $44. That's not too bad for Mr. Drake. Will says, hey, Zach, hope you know the right strat tonight. JD5 is Unk, by the way. You guys are funny. Okay, we're about to get another nomination here. Christian McCaffrey nominated. I'll get in the running here. All right, McCaffrey currently at $10 to Matthias. Now, a lot of these auction drafts are done offline, so you have more time to bid. Obviously, y'all know we're not going to do an offline draft here. I mean, we love the atmosphere of a live draft here on the channel. So the way we've done it is 10-second nomination, 10-second bid cycle, because even if you put like a 30-second bid cycle, there will, every time there's a new bid, it resets to 10 seconds anyway, so. All right, Puka Nacua is being up for grabs here. I'll get in the running. The biter himself. You know, a lot of people do this with pets. Like, for example, if your dog is a biter, or if your dog chews, like, the couches or something. A lot of people, they have sprays. I'll put Josh Allen on the block. A lot of people have, like, sprays that they'll spray on their couch, or, you know, if they don't want the dog to, I don't know, like, bite their wooden furniture, they'll put spray. So maybe what we need to do is, like, whoever is with Puka Nacua, they need to walk around in his detail, if you will, and spray, you know, something that doesn't taste good on all the women around him. And maybe that will potentially fix our problem. Josh Allen, I'll go for 43. I feel like he was way more expensive than that last time. Oh, come on. Josh Allen goes for $44. What's up, Jeb? Tin Man says $12 for McCaffrey ain't too bad. Kenyon Sadiq, I'll get in the ring a little bit here. I'll get in the ring a little bit here. What's up, Will? Says, how come you are drafting rookies pre-NFL draft? It's just a mock draft, by the way, today, guys. It's not a real draft today, just a mock draft. But I think it's just to get a overall sense of the value of all these players. Everyone's saying $12 for CMC was a steal there. I'm going to put my balls on the table here for Bijan. Oh, okay. Someone beat me to it. Current bid is 40, which he went, I think he went for 47 last time we did this. I can't remember. Brizzleton says, I'm adding an auction draft this year. This is the anxiety that I live for. Yeah. If you guys weren't here to start the mock draft, I said I haven't joined a real league because I like to manage our leagues and make sure they run well. I haven't joined a real league in, man, I don't know how long. Probably 3 or 4 years. If this goes well tonight and I have fun, I might make our next land community league an auction draft and join it. This is a mock draft. There's no guaranteed date on an upcoming one. Okay, Herbert, I'll definitely get in the ring there for 28. I feel like this is pretty affordable for Justin, so I'm in. I mean, he should be more expensive than that. But I'm going to let these guys battle it out. Styles says Puka Nacua. That is that's crazy, but it's not inaccurate either. Puka Nacua. Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson. Yeah, I'll get in there. Yeah, I'll get in there. I'll put my hat in the ring. I mean, he's worth it. He's worth it, but I'm going to pass on that. Bristleton, I cannot guarantee anyone a spot in that league. I just feel like, not that I'm popular or anything, but I just think if I tell you guys publicly that I'm going to be a part of the league, the interest is going to be pretty high, I would say. Oh, you guys are drafting. Jaden Daniels is so old. I can't believe you guys are drafting him. Look at these guys spending money on Jaden Daniels. Don't they know he's almost retired? Don't you guys know that? Do you not know how old Jaden Daniels is? Look at them drafting Unk over here. Scribble says Zach basically just said he's an A-list celebrity. Yeah, what's up? What's up? How y'all doing? Honestly, Mendoza for 14 though. Ain't too bad. Ain't too bad. I'll put my hat in the ring here. Let's put a real number on the table. What's up 13? He says, what do you think about this trade? What do you think, chat? What do you think of 13's trade? Let's get some replies to him in the chat there. Rick says, if you do a real auction league, we need Sammy as auctioneer for it 100%. I've talked to Sammy about it, and he said that if I do it, he just can't sit by idly. He would have to be a part of it as well, which would obviously be fun. Again, guys, if you're just joining, we're doing my second ever auction startup mock draft. Never done this before in my life. Have had a ton of fun doing it. Here's what I would say. If you want to be a part of tonight's giveaway, I'm giving away a tier 1 product, my live team playbook, which these playbooks, if you don't know, are basically a customized review of your Dynasty team. We're going to do a couple tonight, so you can check it out later on. But you can get that by using the promo code LAND when being a member, but also tonight we're giving one away for free, and all you need to do to enter that giveaway is like the stream and then type the code word, which is Athena. Athena is the code word, and the reason Athena is the code word is because we're going to raffle off spots for the Athena League, which drafts on Monday. That's for the land exclusive leagues. We're going to raffle those spots off tonight. Okay, JSN is going to go for $42. So GK is spending that shmoney. He is just throwing that thing. He's laying that thing on the table. He's like, you want to see what I got? Bang. This is what I got. Ooh, don't threaten me with a good time here with Carnell Tate. Don't threaten me with a good time here. I'll get in the run. Oh. You guys made it too expensive. For me, it's too expensive, but you guys go. You guys go crazy. It looks like $23 might be the winning bid here. And Cardinal Tate goes for 23, right around the price of a Mackay Lemon as well. Okay. Rashee Rice. Now, here's the great thing, guys. If you buy Rashee Rice, you also get the car that he wrecked on the highway. So it's a double-decker here. Not only do you get to add the player in your Dynasty team, but you also get the repoed car, and you can do whatever you want with it. All right, you can go ahead and put it back on the market. You know, you can. It's ultimately up to you, whatever you decide to do with that. So it's a double decker there. Just keep that in mind, guys. A little bit of a double decker. He's projected to go for 27. Currently at 15. Not a bad price, honestly. Frosty says, would you guys trade Chan Coker and Judy in a 28 first for Amon-Ra? No way. That's way too much, brother. Way too much for Amon-Ra. Love Amon-Ra, but that's crazy. That's kind, Brizzleton. I don't know if that's true, but that is kind. CD Lamb. I'll let you see these lambs. You want to see these lambs? Let me put my nuts on the table. There we go. We'll throw our hat in the ring here a little bit. All right, come on, man. Let me get in here. No Cap says, got an RB heavy team looking to get some receivers. Bijan or Lamb and Burden. I'd probably say Bijan, but it's close there, man. It's close. Okay, CD currently going for $38. I think that's his price. That's honestly not a bad price at all. Like, truthfully, I feel like that's pretty well done. I'll nominate Caleb. And let's all agree, Caleb is only worth $4. I'll make the bid $5, and we'll all call it from here. Okay, look, I will make the bid of 22. I'm overpaying. Let me overpay for him, guys, and let's just walk away from the table at this point. All right, you guys want to play hardball. Okay, you guys know what you're doing, huh? 26 bucks for Caleb is actually pretty affordable. I'm gonna jump in. I feel like this is not a bad price. I don't know. I'm gonna let you guys fight it out there. CeeDee Lamb at 38 bucks. Not bad, man. Not bad. Good size. Who's on the board? Okay, Mr. Jamar Chase. Yeah, we're gonna throw our nads on the table a little bit here. 35. Let me just have him 35. Okay, okay. Looks like he's gonna get a little more expensive. Man, who's the most expensive player so far? The most expensive player so far was Josh Allen. Josh Allen. It looks like we're going to get a Jamar Chase, 43 bucks. Not bad. I mean, look at the team Connor's putting together there. Drake May, Bijan Robinson, Mekhi Lemon, and Jamar Chase. Old Johnny Taylor is on the block. I'll put my ring in the... Okay, come on, guys. He's not worth more than $10. Everybody resend their trades, their bids back. Remove them, and I will take them for $10. I'll take them off your hands. Let's all agree. I'm doing you guys a favor at this point. Okay, you don't want this guy. So let's just all agree I can have him for $10. We'll remove everybody else's bids, and we'll call it a day. J-Mo says, Selmo hasn't done nothing yet. 13 says, bye, guys. It's late in Central Europe. I'll enjoy watching in the morning and hope I win the raffle. Hey, man, good luck. Good luck to you. So what did Taylor go for? Taylor went for 19 bucks. It's not bad, honestly. Not bad. That's actually pretty affordable, Jonathan Taylor, I think. I feel like that's an affordable Jonathan Taylor. Who's done an auction draft? That doesn't feel that expensive for Johnny. 0.5 Titan Premium here. Tyler Warren currently at 17 bucks. I think he's worth more. I just want to try a unique strategy here. What's up, Hayden? We're raffling off spots for the draft. I mean, after this mock draft, we'll do that. After this mock draft, we'll raffle off spots for the Athena League. So you guys have some time if you haven't submitted yet. Steps are right here, by the way. You can take a screenshot of this if you like, but it's pretty simple. Got to be an annual Mother Flocker member. You then sync your Discord, and then you'll find the LAN Leagues tab. You'll access that in the Discord. It will unlock for you because you're a member. Submit the latest form, and then you're pretty much, you know, those are the steps. Obviously, if you become a brand new member today, just let me know, and I'll fast track you right into the league. But those are the steps to enter. So Patrick Mahomes is about to go for 30 bucks. I was going to say, that's pretty cheap. This is a very affordable Mahomes. I'm just trying a unique strategy here, but this is a pretty affordable Mahomes. I'm trying something different. I'm trying something different. I'm not sure it's going to work. Again, I don't know what... to be very clear, if you're coming here for strategy and advice, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I've only done this one other time, and I was terrible at it. Okay? I was awful. So, just to be very, very clear. I don't want anyone coming from my head top, you know? But I think I'm getting better. I think I'm getting a little better. What do we think, guys? Do we like the clicking going on? Do you want me to get rid of the sleeper sounds or keep them? Get rid of the sleeper sounds or keep them? What do you guys think? So J-Mo's got a nice start here with Lamb Jefferson. Wow, that's a nice start. I had James Cook in the last auction draft we did. I'm going to try and get him again here. Oof. Selmo is like always hitting the pass button. Do you guys want me to turn it off? He says, please turn the clock off. Okay, turn it down. Is it too loud? Okay, what do we think, guys? That's That's at 30% the volume that it was previously. That's at 30% of what it was previously. Good or bad? I don't mind getting rid of it entirely, by the way. I don't really care. Ooh, Jackson Shot. I do love Jackson Shot. I'll overpay for him at 21 bucks. I'll overpay him 24 and let's call it a day. Handshake and walk away. 26 is the most I could do, Casanova. Let's all agree he's basically worth that much. So let me just walk away with him. Oh, you cucked me, brother. You absolutely cucked me there. You're like, I'm going to make you watch. Damn, that's a pretty affordable Jackson. He waited as soon as it was down to 1 second. He's like, I'm going to make you watch when I do it. Okay, Mr. Jameer. Yeah, he's got to go for a pretty penny here. Jahmyr Gibbs at 40. This is cheaper than Bijan. Wow, okay. Wow, $39 Jahmyr Gibbs. That is pretty affordable, I would say. All right. The big kahuna, Brock Bowers, is currently up for bidding. Do your best, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 0.5 tight end premium. Okay, people like the sounds. Okay. All right. We'll keep it on. We'll keep it on then. I'm a man of the people. All right? I want you guys to have a good time. I'm not gonna lie, we're in for a long stream here. Because yeah, I just think we're in for a long stream the way that these auction drafts go. Who just went off the board, guys? Brock Bowers, 34 bucks. Not bad. Not bad for Mr. Brocky. Okay, I'm going to make my max bid on Burrow. What did Dart go? For 27? I'm just going to put all cards on the table. No, my mouse died. Shit! Far out, man. Damn it. Keep bidding for him. Shit. He's worth more than that. Let's call it a day at 30. Let's call it a day, guys. Let's call it a day. Wait, I didn't win him? Did I not just bid on him for 30 bucks? What have I done? Okay, maybe I guess I didn't click the button. Okay, whatever. Can we get instant replay, please? Can we get instant replay? I swear I clicked the button. Okay, Ashton Genty, remember, guys, Bijan went for 43. Jeremiah Love went for 36. Right now, Genty is at 37. I'm going to nominate Sam Laporta. Just want to see, just purely for science. I don't think he's worth more than $1, so I'll take him here at $1. Sam Laporta goes for 12 and a 0.5 tight end premium. It was just purely for science. I was just curious. Wait, how much did Boston just go for? $3? Damn. Damn, son. Oh yeah, Purdy. I'm in on Purdy. No. I'll offer 20. I'll offer 21 and we all walk away. We all walk away at that price. Remember, Dart was 27. I am overpaying at this point for Purdy. Let's all agree. Chasing Breakers, you son of a bitch. You sick son of a bitch. At $23, I'm overpaying. Let's all agree, handshake, and we'll walk away. Fine, take him. I don't care. He's worth more than that. Man, y'all are going hard on these quarterbacks, huh? Okay, I'm going to say the same thing I just said earlier. I'm going to offer 20. We all agree he's not even worth that. Let's all walk away. I'll hit it. You guys hit the pass button and we'll call it a day. Handshake right there. All right, we'll put some spit on it too. We're all in agreement. He's not worth this much. Okay, Salmo, you want to play ball? Huh? You want to play ball? Fine, take him. Fine. Okay, $22 for Mr. Brother Bo Nix. I think I'm the only one here who doesn't have a player yet on the roster. Okay, Chasing Breakers is going to nominate a player. Sparrow says, I'll take that. I'm a Boston guy. Yeah. Kevin says, I think I overpaid for Puka. What'd you pay for him? Puka went for 42. No, I don't. I mean, look. If you want one of those premier players, you're going to have to pay at least $40, man. I mean... Yeah, Rice at 16 is actually not bad. AJ Brown, currently $12, $12. Do I hear 13? Do I hear $13? Do I hear $13? Sir, can I have a $13 here from you in the corner here? AJ Brown going for $12 in 3, 4, 1. He's gone. AJ Brown, $12. Not a bad price. Not a bad price. Joel says Zach and Salomon are going to battle it for all the D players. Hey, nothing wrong with some D. Am I right, guys? Come on, guys. Am I right? Let me hear it in the chat. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right, Malik went for 37. That's not bad at all. I mean, he goes before CD and Jefferson sometimes, and those guys went for 38, 39. Trevor Lawrence. I'm just kind of seeing this battle between styles. What's that like that where it goes back and forth? They're watching tennis. Has anybody seen Marty Supreme? I'm just kind of watching them going back and forth here. Just lurking. I'm just lurking right now. No. Salamo, you son of a bitch. I know what you're doing. He said, no way Trevor Lawrence is going to be cheaper than Bo Nix. You guys. Okay. So Trevor goes for 25 buckaroos. Man, Jackson Dart at 27 just looks like such a good value right now. Oh my goodness. Trey McBride. Laporta. Bowers went for 34. I'm going to put all my nads on the table there. 25. Let's call it a day. Nobody else bet again. Okay. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna be a viewer now. Is there a battle off between Ghost King and GK? Maybe not. Okay, wow. Should I put my image at the top of the screen here for y'all? So you can see more? Maybe that's a better idea. Okay. So McBride goes for $31. By the way, Bowers was for 34. Okay, I'll be honest. None of us like Jordan Love. So let's see how high. I mean, unless there's someone watching who I don't know, but the vast majority of the people watching, I don't believe like Jordan Love that much. So let's see what he goes for. I was about to put a bid in there. I'm just going to lay all my cards on the table. I'll buy him for $18. I'll do it. I'll take the price there at 18. Let's all agree. We're on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes that's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to show them this is what I'm willing to do. So we'll take Jordan Love for 18 buckaroos. I don't like Jordan Love at all. No part of me likes Jordan Love, but here we are. Marion Hampton, oh, he's going to go for a pretty penny. I imagine this is going to get pretty expensive. I just realized I'm leaving that text up that says Zach will help you finish. Style says, I may have overpaid for Bowers. Someone with auction experience tell me. What do you think, guys? Was Bowers at $34 in overpay? Okay, so Marion Hampton goes for 34. Jeremiah Love went for 36. Bijan for 43. I mean, Jonathan Taylor's looking more and more like a value every day here. Ooh, Amon Shra. I'll take him for 30. I put what I had on the table. I put what I had on the table. How much did Malik go for? Malik went for 37. $37 for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Going once. Going twice. Sold. Mr. Ghost King now has 2 Lions. Oh, Devon A. Sean. Devon Etienne on the block. Let me put all my cards on the table there. 27 bucks. I'll take him. I'll take him. I thought that would work. I mean, I felt like he was worth more than that. I kind of froze. I'm going to put Gadsden on the block. $3? Is that all? Okay. I mean, $3 Gadsden. That's not bad right there. It's a tight end premium. This is tight end premium. White says, Amon-Ra cost me $576 out of my $2,500 in my startup. Damn, son. I'm trying to get my first running back here. A little $3 Jonah Coleman. I'll take it. I'll take it. $3. Jonah Coleman, welcome to the squad. Ooh, say Sean Shockley. Have we done it? Oh, J-Mo, you sick son of a bitch. I feel like he's worth more than this, but it's not the direction I'm taking my team. Style says, when's the real auction? Saquon for 12 buckaroos. Sheesh. Jeb says, a long stream and Zach has no players. What do we think of the $18 Jordan Love, y'all? What do we think? Not bad, right? Not bad. Could be worse. Projected to go for 10, but he's going to go for $2. Ty Simpson, ladies and gentlemen. Who just got put on the block? George Pickens. That's what I can do. I can do 20. I feel like I'm gonna get outbid here. I think he's gonna go for a lot. I mean, that's not that expensive though. I might put my hand in here. Joel says, I don't know about this team, Zach. Number one, strong rebuilder. Okay, Stroud. Wait, I would have bid for Stroud. Stroud goes for $1? Damn, son. I'll get Nico for 20 and we'll call it a day. All right. What did George go? George went for 27. Nico's about to go for 20. He's currently at $22. Ghost King says no way. I don't know what that's in reference to. I don't know what he's saying no way to, though. No way. Let Go says someone should have put Brian Robinson on the block straight away. Honestly, I would do that, but my concern is that no one else would bid, and then I would have to buy him for $1. Luther Burden. This is going to get expensive, I think. Here we go. I think we got him. Salmo, you son of a bitch. I mean, I have to buy players at some point, but... Drizzy. All right, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I can pay, and you can decide whether you want to give them to me or not. There it is. 25 bucks. I told you that's what I can pay. I mean, he should probably go for more than Pickens, who went for 27. He's currently 29 buckaroos. 29 buckaroos for Drake London. I'll get in there. I'll get in there. I'll take Drizzy for 30. You know what? You sick son of a bitch. Fine, you can have him. $1 for Stroud is an absolute steal. Scribble says, Love and Stroud would have been the least sexy quarterback room ever. And you're not wrong. Tetero McMillan, currently priced at $28. $29. He's now going for $30. $30 for Tetro McMillan. It's between him and NJ Casanova right now. What is the outcome going to be? At the last second, he just wanted to blue ball him. He said, let me just edge you for a second. And he goes for 31. That might be the final price there. Nope, 32. Selimo says, hey, it's my money, and I want it now. And it looks like Tet's going to be going off the board for 32 buckaroos. This is what I can pay for him. I'm not paying a dime more. Fine. Do whatever you want then. CV says I'm a penny pincher. Seabrum says, yeah, but Love and Stroud for $20 means the rest of your team is probably loaded. Well, we'll see. Breece Hall currently on the board for $24. Okay. Brian Shamas. Again, I'll just tell you guys exactly what I'll pay for him. You can decide whether you want to outbid me or not. There we go. I'll take him for 20 bucks. Yep, I'll do it. Remember, Nico Collins was 23, I think. Okay, fine. Take him, JMO. Fine. Brian says, aiming for that 2027 first overall pick, huh? All right, what's the cheapest tight end I could get for $1? I'm going to say maybe Kyle. Looks like Kyle Pitts might go for $3. Same price as Gadsden. That's pretty good, actually. Kyle Pitts for $3 is not bad. Sparrow says, maybe should have stayed away from Pickens. What did Pickens go for, 27? I don't think that's bad for George, though. Oh, Colson's about to get... I mean, I feel like we're about to see a big price on Colson. I'll offer 22. That should probably do it. You son of a bitch. Fine. So far the team's looking beautiful, by the way. Jordan Love and Jonah Coleman, man. Sheesh. Emmett Johnson on the clock. Do we have some Emmett Johnson truthers out there? AEF is probably the only one here, so he gets them for $1. I gotta be honest, I wasn't really about to bet on Emmett Johnson there. Okay. Dak Prescott, currently up for sale. We've got a two-way battle between NJ and Selmo right now. Styles gets in the mix. Zach gets in the mix. You son of a bitch. Yeah, I knew you were going to do that. You absolute cuck. Take him, Styles. Fine. Fine. You can have him. I don't care. Travion Henderson, currently $13. Travion Henderson up to 14. bad price. Bang! Welcome home, RB2 RJ Harvey. $4, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Definitely just glitched out there. Okay. B. Macaria says, I know Zach would be an easy win in auction leagues. I got a strategy here. Let's see how it pans out. Like I said, it's my second auction draft so far. I got a strategy. I want to see how it pans out. Matthew says, sorry we're late to the party. We're playing Dying Light Restored Land. Bree is drinking wine. And we have you on surround sound. Oh, gosh. Hello. Bree and Matthew household. Can you hear me? Scribble says, I'm rooting for you, man. We'll see. Let's see how it pans out. Don't judge me yet. We got Chris Olave here at 23. $25 Chris Olave might be coming home. Okay, welcome home, Chris Olave. We'll take it. J-Mo Willie. I'll put my hat in the ring for 11. Sizzle goes up to 12. I'll go up to 13. I'll go up to 15. Okay. Have we done it? $16 Jameson Williams. I'm gonna let y'all fight over that one. Bucky Sherving. Okay, Bucky currently up to $9 from Ghost King there. We'll get in. We'll throw our hat in the ring. Saquon went for 12. Chase Brown went for 20. Mason says you better be going to the Australia NFL game. Yeah, I definitely am. I've already got my calendar set for when tickets come out. Definitely gonna be there. I might. It's like I think it's the first week of the season. I might actually stream from Melbourne all week. I'm not sure. I'm still figuring that out, but I'll definitely be going to Melbourne. Welcome to the squad, Travis Hunter here. $4 Travis Hunter. Welcome to the squad, brother. We'll take a shot on Travie. Ooh, this is upsetting because I was leaving him on the board. Let's go! I just got Harold Fannin for the same price of a Kenyon Sadiq, ladies and gentlemen. I said trust the process. Just give me a second here. We'll go 15 on Garrett Willie. Mason says you should make a vlog from the game. People would love that. Ooh, that could be fun. A game vlog. I could see what I could cook up there. Connor says, I wanted him to get to 20. Almost got Garrett Wilson there. Garrett Wilson off the board. J-Mo's built a nice team. He has $2 left, max bid. But he's built a nice team there. Okay, Baker Mayfield. I'm just going to put my cards on the table. Here we go, 15. That's what I'm willing to pay. Oh, you son of a bitch. I thought that was about to work, man. Stop cucking me, Eselmo. Stop putting me in the chair and making me watch. Okay. $19 Baker Mayfield. I thought I was going to get him for like 15, 16, but Styles gets Dak for 21, Baker for 19. Not bad. I'll take it. Yeah. I also thought, like, for the Flock League, I could record some stuff if we have something in mind for it, but... Culture Watch says the most important part is the bylaws. What do you mean by that? What you mean by that? Where your clothes at? T. Higgins, currently $16 to Sizzle. I'm going to get in there at 17. Bang! $17 T. Higgins. Trust the process, ladies and gentlemen. Just trust the process here. I mean, I'm not going to let him go for this cheap. I was about to say. I'm not going to let him go for this cheap either. Dragon says, worth note, the weight and bulk strategy is best when there's a lot of starters and depth is very important. Shallow league is less of a strong strategy, sure. Let him get cooked listening to you guys. I don't know what that means, brother. I'm not sure what you're saying there, my dude. Casey Concepcion. I'll put my hat in the ring there. $7. Welcome to the team, KC. Yeah, I understand the auction is all strategy. I just don't know what you are saying. Can you explain what your opinion is here? That would be ideal. Let's Go says, newsflash, Casey's good. No, I like Casey. Tucker Craft. In a Titan Premium, I got to make you more expensive than Harold Fannin. I'll take you for 10 in a Titan Premium here. Okay, I'll allow it. Anybody else can get in there if they want to, but I'll allow it. Style says, looking back, I probably would not have bid that much for Brock. I was just trying to feel something. Brock is always going to be really expensive in a Titan Premium, though. He's always going to... You're going to have to pay up for him. That's just the reality. Don't bid on players you don't want. Okay. Matthias says, I overpaid for Laporta. Laporta at $12? That's not too bad. DJ Moore for $6. Nice. From Styles there. Okay, Schmarvin on the clock. Schmarvin Harrison. I'll get in there. Chasing Breakers gets in there. Bang! Okay. Just give me a second. Just give me a second here. Quinn Sean Judkins. Great player. Currently $20 bid. And he goes for 20. Not bad from NJ there. Not bad at all. Sparrow says, if I could go back, I think I don't bid for Pickens, and I do bid for Gadsden. What's up, Brian? We are just mock drafting today. However, we might do a real auction draft in the future for our land community leagues. But just an auction mock draft today. What did Luther Burden go for? Luther Burden went for 18. We're currently at 16 there with Rome. Now 17. A auction, if you will. Oh, it's my turn to nominate. I'm going to nominate Blake. Blake Corum goes for $2 to Sizzle. That is his RB2 today so far. Connor has $20 total. Ken Walker up for grabs. Stop it. Stop. Stop doing it last second. Stop doing it last second. All right? Jonathan Taylor price was crazy good. Yeah. I mean, I definitely have made a mistake here with the way I've played this out. I tried to do what Aselmo did last stream, and I just don't think people paid enough at the beginning for those top-end players. I know that's the game, Culture Watch. I'm just having fun with people. I know that's the game. Brizzleton says, good to know I'm not the only one who loses their mind during a draft, cussing everybody out. All right, Lad McConkey. What did, okay, yeah. Just seeing what some of these other guys went for. I just can't pay 30 for Lad. Yeah, the last time when we saw Aselmo do his strategy, there was just a lot more overpays, I think, which is why that didn't really pan out this time. But not too bad roster. We've got Baker, Love, Walker, Harvey, Olave, Higgins, Fannin, and then we're flexing Marvin Harrison Jr., and then one of Coleman, Hunter, Concepcion. So who just went off the board there? Darnold just went for 6. 6 side? Brian, well, we do mock drafts every once in a while here. I mean, I would say turn your notifications on. Make sure you're in the Discord there, where you constantly have people sending mock draft links in the Discord. Under the land community, there's a mock drafts tab. So there's pretty constantly people doing mock drafts over there. But on the days that I'm live and you see that I'm doing a mock draft, you can come in and have some fun with it. Matthias says, I was okay overpaying for Ladd, having the stack with Herbert, which makes sense. As Devonta Smith was just purchased for, try to find him, $14. Not bad from Chasing Breakers there. Zay Flowers on the block. Not a bad price for Zay there. Zay goes for 17, same price as T. Higgins. Not bad. Not bad at all. Salamo puts DK on the block. Salamo put DK on the block for $1, and then as soon as another bid happened, instantly hit pass. That's crazy work from Salamo there. Yeah, I figured DK was going to go cheap there. That's not a bad price. Honestly, like $3 DK Metcalf. I'm not out on that price at all. All right, Michael Wilson. I was going to say, there's no way we're about to go Michael Wilson for $1. Come on, there's a lot of Michael Wilson people out there. What's up, Dak? Says, keep the prep videos coming. You're my lifeline for all leagues. Thanks for all the content. All is well in Texas. Fishing and football. Come on, baby. Yeah, Dak does that deep sea fishing, too. He's no joke, man. Dak's got that deep sea fishing on lockdown. Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle is like the last receiver left that people probably really like. Jalen Waddle for $25 off the board to AEF. Matthias is going to nominate a player here, and it's Cam Ward. Appreciate you, Dak. Thanks for hanging out, my friend. How were the waters fishing? You still deep sea fishing? Let me know. Cam Ward currently for $8. Now up to 9. Now up to 10 soon. And, oh, I thought it was about to go. $12 for Cam Ward. This would be a Salamo's quarterback 2. And that's Cam Ward. 12 buckaroos. Jared Garf. Let's go! All right, I know you guys are laughing at me, but again, my second ever auction draft. I will say, I'm not that upset about this team personally. I probably wouldn't have bid on Coleman in hindsight. Saved up a roster spot. But Goff, Baker, Love. Fine with that quarterback room. Let's say our starting lineup is Goff and Baker, Walker and Harvey. Don't love RB2, I'm going to be honest there. Olave Higgins, Fannin, and then we can flex Marvin. We can flex Concepcion. Not too bad. Not too bad. There's quite a few people who are not going to have quarterback 2s that they like. I mean, I'd expect Shuck to get... you know what? Let's go ahead and let's put Kyler on the block. I'm going to make some of y'all sweat. Some of you guys without a super flex, I'm going to make y'all sweat right now. How much does it mean to you to get a quarterback 2 you like? Let's see. Josh Allen, what's your quarterback 2 going to be, GK? Connor, what's your quarterback 2? How about you, AEF? I'm calling you out. NJ Casanova says, I do not want Darnold to be my quarterback 2. Styles says, I'll throw my hat in the ring. And that's a steal. That is a steal for Kyler Murray. Well done, Styles. I mean, look, I'm happy with the team that's coming together. If this was what the bones that we had, I'd be okay with this. Yeah, Stroud went for $1, Daryl. I mean, I was surprised personally. I didn't expect to see him go that cheap. Ooh, Javonte. $10 Cam Scotaboo sure looks good right now, doesn't he? Okay, so Javonte goes for 22. Jonathan Taylor is looking like one hell of a steal from Connor there. Anything I wish I would have done differently? Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think my team is good. We're probably going to be a middle of the pack team. I wish I would have gone a little harder on some of those top end talents. I expected the draft to go a little bit differently than it did, so $4 for Stafford, pretty affordable there. Yeah. I wish I would have had like at least one stud up top. That would have been ideal, but Jason Breaker says definitely should have gone for Romer Zay at these prices. What's your running back room look like here? Or your wide receiver, sorry. Nico and Devonta. Not bad. You can still build that out. Wan'Dale Robinson for $5. Okay, Christian Watson, OTB. OTB, Christian Watson, ladies and gentlemen. JMO says my inbox is open for trades. Send me something. Send me a little Justin Jefferson. I'll send you a Travis Hunter, T. Higgins. Who was just drafted? Christian Watson just went for $4. Not bad. Not bad. I think Anselmo is about to get Dalton Kincaid pretty cheap here. Dalton Kincaid for $2. Gadsden looks pretty cheap now. Kyle Pitts looks ridiculously cheap. I mean, honestly, pretty high price to pay for Daniels and Genty, JMO, but not bad. Styles, I don't think rookie drafts... I know some people have like a certain amount of money to spend, and you have more if you are a worse team, but I would suggest that auction drafts should only be in the startup. I don't think you should do an auction draft, you know, for the rookie draft. Personally, I don't think that would make much sense. Okay, Josh Jacobs up for grabs here. And the more we do this, the more Jonathan Taylor looks like an absolute steal. Jonathan Taylor goes for 19. Jacobs already up to 19. It's crazy. Like, I mean, I'm probably going to overpay for Jacobs here, but the reality is in this mock draft, I only have one more spot remaining. You know, I need another running back. So, yeah, definitely should have gone harder at the beginning of the draft. How many of the people in this draft watched the last week's draft? That's what I'm curious about. Because last week's draft, people were really going hard on those top-end names. That didn't exactly happen here. But we've got a starting line. Like, this is a team that is middle of the pack, probably going to make the playoffs. Not a very good team overall, though, to be honest. So, Baker, Goff, I love having Love on the bench. Then we would start Walker, Jacobs, Olave, Higgins, Fannin. I don't mind that top 7 there. It's a start 9 that we're doing here. So then we would be flexing Marvin Harrison, and our last flex would be between Harvey, Hunter, Concepcion. We've got Love on the bench for some flexibility there as well. Yeah. Okay, Derrick Henry up for grabs. I imagine he's going to get quite expensive. Everybody's realizing the good players are going. Mike says, I can't believe you didn't bid on Singleton. Yeah. It's my turn to nominate. I'll nominate Jadarian. Sparrow says, I'm getting that 2027 101. Sparrow, your strategy last time we drafted was so perfect. But I think it was perfect because it aligned with everyone going crazy with the top end names. I mean, let's go back and let's look at that mock draft from last week. And obviously this week did not pan out the same way. This is the mock draft from last week. And let's see some of the crazy names here. Was there anything insane? Let's see. Dart went for 46. Purdy went for 36. Chase went for 52. Daniels went for 48. Ginty 48. Love 46. Puka 47. McBride 45. Achane 41. So obviously it was a very, very different outcome there. I think Etienne's gonna be pricey here. There's not many quality starters. Like Etienne, if you're looking at that list, he's like the last quality starter there. Again, looking at last week, we had Hampton for 46. Mahomes for 43. There were some expensive plays out there. George Kittle, OTB. OTB, George Kittle. George Kittle goes for $2 to Ghost King. Well done, brother. Michael Pittman, OTB. Joel says, the draft reinforces my star and scrub strategy. If you treat players like stocks, you're better off having most of your budget tied to 4 elite players and fill out your squad with $1 guys. In this particular mock draft, I think you're right. Who was just drafted? Pittman went for $4. I love Skylar Bell, but I only have 1 spot left, so I'm not putting Skylar Bell in that last spot for me. Jordan Addison. I think I'm going to get outbid here, but I'll put one in. Okay. I can't bid anymore. This is tight end premium 0.5. Style says, I have no clue why I didn't go $15 for Henry. Yeah. Well, yeah, Henry at 14 was a steal. Just like, to be honest, that's why I had to pay up for Jacobs, because I was looking at the running backs that were available, and I was looking at how many spots I had left to even draft, and I said, I just need to spend up on good quality players. But definitely in hindsight, I think I would have done a couple things differently. Someone says, does Aselmo hate running backs? Well, Aselmo cleaned up last draft because he waited really long while everybody was overpaying for players. But people didn't overpay like they did in that draft this time. Woody Schmarks. Woody Schmarks on the board. Guys, this is one of your last chances to enter today's giveaway for a live team playbook. All you have to do is simply like the stream and then type the code word into the chat. The code word today is Athena, because right after we do this giveaway, we're also going to raffle off the spots for the Athena League, which drafts on Monday, by the way. Drafting on Monday. Jacoby Schmeyers. Myers off the board for $6. Ricky Slick, Ricky Pearsall. Here's what I feel good about, okay? I feel good about $4 Harvey. I feel good about $7 Concepcion, $11 Fannin, $14 Marvin, $14 Jared Goff, and $19 Baker. I feel good about that. Here's what I don't feel good about. I do not feel good about $26 Josh Jacobs, $27 Ken Walker. We'll nominate Jalen Warren there. Yeah, in hindsight, like I definitely should have bid on Jonathan Taylor. I feel like you need to know the prices where, you know, you got to be able to eat the bullet if someone's not willing to pay a price. Like if I put 20 on Taylor and Taylor goes for 20 to me, like I'm okay with that in hindsight. Am I okay with him going for $19? No, I probably shouldn't be. Jalen Warren goes for $5 off the board there. Jaden Higgins. I love me some Jaden Higgins. I want to know what GK is going to do with the rest of his money. Because brother needs a quarterback too. So, sorry, someone remind me who was just drafted, though. Who was just drafted off the board? I can't remember who was just drafted. Jaden Higgins was for $2. Cortland Sutton for $3. Style says, I feel great about $9 Kyler and $6 DJ Moore. Yep. I don't know if I'm ready for a real draft yet. I think I might need to do some more mocks. Like, I feel like if I go out there and do a real draft, I might just embarrass myself. Okay. Chase and Breakers is nominating Zach Charbonnet. I gotta be honest, I'm not gonna bid here. You guys might. Yeah. See, here's the problem as well with an auction draft. Chase and Breakers has no more players left to fill. So $16 extra is what Chasing's gonna walk away with. You can't do anything about that. You know what I mean? That's the hard part. Like last time, Aselmo walked away with $5, and we were all like, "Dang, he wasted $5." It's hard. It's hard. $16 to walk away from Omar Cooper Jr. Okay. I had to make sure that I tried on Omar. But that does make Omar Cooper Jr. at least $5 more expensive than Casey Concepcion. And he is one of the more attractive players left, I would say. So Omar goes for $13. Who was bidding on Omar with me? Was it Ghost King? I thought Ghost King would have been a little more aggressive there. Malik Willis. Might need to have one more mock here. Hayden says, I don't know why everyone's saying Athena, but I'm in. That's the code word for today's giveaway, my friend. Okay, Malik Willis goes for $4. Aselmo's about to drop a 30 stack on J.K. Dobbins here. Wait, did J.K. Dobbins just go for $1? How is that possible, Aselmo? You've got $45 and no running backs. Oh, y'all are crazy. I should have put a bid in. Hindsight is 2020, isn't it? Isn't it? Style says, I'm ready for the real league. Sparrow says he's happy with his draft. Parker Washington. Are we going to give J-Mo Parker Washington for $1? I'm not. Some of you guys with some money and not your roster is not filled out, you're going to have to make some hard decisions here soon. All right. I'll nominate him. Okay. That means I'm out on DeAndre Swift. I can't bid any more than that. But Aselmo, I don't get it. I mean, you killed it last time, Aselmo. What are you doing holding on to $45? And no running backs, brother. Tell me what I'm missing. I honestly thought that Swift would have gone for like 15. Sure. I'll go in on Daniel Jones. Not much left that I like anyway. All right. That's how our draft finishes, ladies and gentlemen. Is it perfect? No, not at all. We've got a starting lineup of Goff, Baker, of Walker, Jacobs, Olave, Higgins, Fannin. That's our top 7. And then we have 2 flex spots, which we're going to put Marvin Harrison in. And then that last flex spot is between Concepcion, Hunter, Harvey, Coleman. But we have a Jordan Love that we can sell on this roster. We have a Daniel Jones that we can sell. We've got plenty of teams who are quarterback needy. I mean, GK has Josh Allen and Michael Penix, for example. Right? NJ Casanova's got Darnold at quarterback too. We've got AEF with no quarterback 2 yet. Bryce Young at quarterback 2 for Conver. So plenty of selling opportunities there. Connor says, I'd trade you May. Yeah, I'll take May. You know what? I'll do you a good deal. I'll give you Daniel Jones and RJ Harvey right now if you accept. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Look, a lot to learn still. I'm hesitant to commit to a real startup auction draft yet, but let's see. I'm thinking about it. I definitely am getting the itch. Let's go ahead and do this giveaway. Again, your last chance to enter the giveaway for a live team playbook. All you have to do to enter is simply like the stream and then type Athena into the chat. That is as simple as it gets. And I'm going to give you a couple seconds here. If there's any last minute submissions, this is your last chance to kind of get those submissions in. Want to give everyone the chance to submit that giveaway, but let's see. We currently have 31 users who are in this giveaway. So And then right after that, I'm going to raffle off the spots for the Athena League. So we have 6 spots available in that Athena League. Okay, let's do this giveaway. This is for a live team playbook. For a live team playbook. Good luck, everyone. And to everyone, good luck. Our winner today is... It is going to be Mike, but not Mike H here. This is Mike 977977. So our Mike H is always in the chat. It's not that Mike, unfortunately, but still an awesome Mike here. Mike 977977. All you need to do, my friend, to claim your team playbook voucher is simply simply DM me on Discord. There's my username. I need a screenshot of your YouTube account, and I need you to tell me your Flock Fantasy username. Once you've done those 2 things, I will go ahead and get that voucher to you. Now, we have more raffles to do. We are raffling off spots for the Athena League. As I've said a lot this stream, if you haven't heard, you can be a part of a real drafts, real leagues that we do pretty much every week. Every Monday, there's another new real league that you guys can be a part of. All you gotta do is be an annual Mother Flocker member with the code LAND. Sync your Discord. You will then find the LAN Leagues tab. Submit the latest Google form, and then you will be entered. And if you're a brand new member, you get a fast track into the next league every time. So, with that being said, we have 6 spots to raffle off in the Athena League. And let me grab those names here who are eligible. And I have got them here. Our 6 eligible names. Let me make sure there's no duplicates real fast. Are there any duplicate usernames? I want to make sure everyone has the same odds here. Okay, no duplicates. That's great. So we are looking for 6 additional spots here. Let me double check I'm doing the math right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 spots, and then we'll do 2 reserves. This is for the league drafting on Monday, the Athena League. Here we go. For spot number 1, the spot goes to... Oh, wow. By a freaking... That's a very close margin there. Mike, you didn't win the playbook or voucher, okay? But you are going to go ahead and get a guaranteed spot into the Athena League. So congratulations, Mike. Okay, 5 spots remaining here. 5 spots remaining. First spot is going to Brizzleton in the chat, my friend. Welcome in, Brizzleton. But I'm not a rapper. Welcome in, brother. You are in the Athena League. 4 spots remaining. 4 spots remaining. May the odds ever be in your favor. Next winner here is Khalifa Bush. Khalifa Bush. Congratulations. You are in, my friend. And let's go ahead and get rid of that name. Okay, another spot available here for the Athena League, and it looks like ESR is in there. Congratulations, ESR. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 spots remaining. Matthias, you're not in the drawing because I've already fast-tracked you in, my friend. You're already in. So it's a 12-team league. Remember, I said 12 spots available. You are the one that, because your username might be different on YouTube as it is on Discord, but you're B-Baller on Discord, right? I've already got you marked down there as in. Mike, you missed it, but you're in the league, my friend. But yes, I have a Matthias 2905 in there. Okay, cool. Sweet. Just want to make sure. Nalbers just won that spot. Did I spin? Did I spin the wheel? Let me double check. Did I spin the wheel yet or no? I don't remember if I spun the wheel. Sorry, 1 second. No, I don't think I spun the wheel. I never spun the wheel. Okay. So to clarify, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people in right now. We need 2 more members. We need 2 more members for this league. And member 1 is going to be Addy. There you go, Addy. Where are you at right now on the back end? Addy is in the league. Congratulations to Addy. Okay. One more official spot, then we'll do 2 backup options. And that official spot goes to J. Russ. Congratulations, J. Russ. So those are our official members. However, I want to spin twice to get a couple alternates in case we might need them. And our first alternate is going to be Turnt. So Turnt is an alternate here for us. One more alternate spot. And our last alternate spot is going to go... Let's spin it again. That last spot as an alternate is going to Carter. So congratulations, everyone. If you won today for the Athena League, expect a DM on Discord from your commissioner, Rowan. He is going to DM you here within the next 24 hours. Going to get you into that league and all hooked up. Appreciate y'all big time for showing some love. Okay, let's jump into some team reviews. We'll do some trade questions, some team reviews tonight. I've got a queue if you want to join it. Absolutely no pressure. Let's start off with H. Snively. And let me just put a link in the chat. If you want to get your team review tonight, if you want to ask a trade question, whatever the case may be, I'm going to go ahead and pin that link in the chat for you guys. H. Snively says, League might move to 0.25 Titan Premium. I just got this offer where you would send away a 27 first, the 106 and the 107. In a 10-team start 9, that's a really small format. So Brock Bowers should have a lot of value, especially if it's going to go to a Titan Premium. And if you made this move, you will be starting Burrow, Kyler. I don't love your quarterback 2 situation. Gibbs, Henry, Jason, Jefferson, Bowers. And then you'd have to start 2 more players, which would probably be Evans and Adams. You're very much all in if you make this move. You don't have much depth, though. Like, Bryce Young's on your bench, Jalen Warren, Ricky Pearsall. It's not the best depth, to be honest. I would say this. If you think that is of your first and it's going to be a later first, I think this is pretty fair price to pay for a Brock Bowers. You're not going to replace him with the 106 or the 107. It's a small league. I would be fine to go ahead and take that deal right there. League settings for Athena will be determined once we get everybody into that league. They're going to vote. The commissioner is going to have you guys vote on what settings you guys want it to be. Okay, let's go. Crush 5 here has a Superflex 12-team start 11 question. He says, what down tier trade should I look for, rebuilder? Look, Joe Burrow in a first is not a bad deal at all if you can get something like that done. As a rebuilder, if you're trying to send away Josh Allen, it's going to be tough. Because you need someone who, wants a Josh Allen back in return. I mean, you could do like Goff, the 103, and a 27 first. That could be a decent start. Keep in mind, whoever you send him to, if you have their picks, then, their picks are going to be less valuable, assuming that you give them a Josh Allen. We could go a Purdy or a Herbert route. One of those names plus the 102 and the 107. That's another tier down that you could pursue. You could also do one of those names in Genty. That would be another option. A Dart. Dart's a great name. Dart 105, 27 first. That's incredible. I wouldn't really want to go down to a Jalen. If you go Knicks, yeah, this guy doesn't have enough to go to Knicks. I don't mind a Lamar in a first. If that's possible, probably isn't. Burrow in a first. Not a bad deal here from this guy. I might want like Burrow a first and the 108 from him because I think his team's going to be competitive if you make that move. But those would be the main options to tier down from. Hopefully that's helpful, Crush. I appreciate you big time. JRKPC says, what possible trades can I make? Okay, so you might have been confused, my friend. When you went to submit this, you submitted a super message, which when you submit a super message on the site, guys, all I can see is the text that you provide. So your team is not linked in a super message. Nothing is linked in a super message. It's the same thing as a super chat on YouTube where you're just sending the text. So I will give you a free trade question voucher to come back and ask a question if you have a question, but you haven't linked anything, right? And I, you know, if you want a team review, then that's a different process entirely on the site. And if you want a team review, you can see the team review options here. But when you go to submit a super message, the only thing that you're sending me is text. That's all I can see. Okay. We've got some reviews here. Again, like I said, I do have space in today's queue if you want to join it. Absolutely no pressure whatsoever. But to get a customized team review of your Dynasty team, you got to use a promo code LAND and either become an annual Mother Flocker member, or if you're a member of a different promo code, you can go to the Flock store and get a team review a la carte. That link is in the pinned comment for you guys. Let's start off with Joe Dav 55. What is up, my friend? He was our giveaway winner on, I think, yesterday's stream, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look at his team here. So, team name is Gimme Joe Money. It's a Superflex start 10. There is a Titan Premium there, but that is our middle ground lineup, which is a good lineup there. He says, Zach, thanks for the opportunity. Loving the bald fade. Work your magic with this squad. Dynasty Startup in the Zeus League. Love it. I know I'm weak at wide receiver, needing some pieces. How can I improve, and what moves should I make? So you are currently ranked 11th, but right out of a startup, everybody's total points are really close. So it's not like you're a normal 11th where you're clearly a bad team or anything. That's not the case. It's just, you know, you happen to not have as many points out of the startup as some other teams, but that doesn't make you a bad team at all whatsoever. In fact, you might have a good team here. So let's have a look. We've got Burrow and Hurts, Cook and Irving, Marvin and DJ Laporta, and then we are starting Saquon in the flex, Watson in the flex. I don't really know what that last name in the flex might be. And he says, I know I'm weak at receiver, which, yeah, very clearly you're weak at receiver here. Not a bad team, though. You know, just as I'm having to look through it, yeah, you don't really have any receiver that we can point to as, you know, a real pillar of your team. I mean, I think we're all hoping that Marvin can maybe turn into that, but that certainly is not a guarantee at this point. At this point, we do not believe that that's any sort of guarantee whatsoever. Have a good sleep, man. We'll see you soon, and we'll see you in that new league. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being a part of the community. All right. Interesting squad here. Interesting squad. Untouchables. You don't really have any untouchables. I'm going to be honest with you. As far as holds, I would definitely hold names like Jordan James, Trey Harris. I still want to hold Pat Bryant. I think he could maybe work in and out of slot for that team. And I would also hold George Halani, seeing what happens in the NFL draft. If you need to drop someone, you can drop Tutu Atwell. You could drop Will Levis, probably, if you wanted to. On the waiver wire, there is no one of note at all whatsoever. So probably not worth exploring the waiver wire too much. Great quarterback room, though. I think that's really where your strength lies. As of today, you have all your picks in 27, which is great. You've got ultimate flexibility. I think we are a sleeper team right now. I could see us definitely getting in the mix. Maybe one move, and we could you know, kind of put our hat in the ring there a little bit. Overall team grade as of today, I'd probably put you at like a B-. I think you're probably a B- team. Definitely still some work to be done with the team, but you have all your draft picks, which is great. Let's jump into the war room here, and let's come up with a game plan for your rookie draft. If you were to hold on to that 112, you can draft a player probably equivalent to one of the, I don't think like a Sadiq is probably possible, but it's one of these names: Coleman, Price, Stowers, Surratt, Cooper. That's probably where you'd be looking at there. Beyond that, I can't tell you. Best player available in the draft. You'll see that in my rankings after the draft concludes. If you were to trade the 112, I do think that this is a playoff team potentially. You know, if injuries occur, you can tear down from a Burrow in season, but I wouldn't blow this up. You don't have many players that you can blow it up with anyway. It's not easy to trade Hurts, Saquon, DJ, Watson, Laporta. So, like, if I were to come here and say, hey, Joe, let's go ahead and blow this up and let's be a rebuilding team, you have to have players that people actually want to trade for to really even pursue a strategy like that, and you really don't. So I would probably be looking to buy a veteran wide receiver or running back to help out that last flex spot. And ideally, it is a receiver. So it's funny you have DJ Moore, because that was the first thing that kind of came to mind in that range for me. Jalen Waddle is probably going to cost more than the 112 now. Can you package your second round pick to go get a Jalen Waddle? His name comes to mind. You know, Devontae Adams is probably in this range. That is though going all in. Like, you can't be more all in than going Devontae Adams with a first round pick at this point. Even though it's a 112, it's still a first round pick. You can hold that pick and see if there's a veteran receiver or a rookie receiver that interests you. What other veterans in this range? Let me see. I think of a Travis Hunter, a Jordan Addison. Yeah, Jameson Williams, Travis Hunter, Jordan Addison. We said Jameson Williams. Those are probably the names that you're looking at. Now, if you can get them cheap, maybe a Godwin would be a good ad for you. But, you know, let's just say we hypothetically add Jordan Addison. He's not the sexiest player, right? But then you're starting Burrow, Hurts, Cook, Bucky, Marvin, DJ, Laporta. And then your flex spots are full of Saquon, Watson, Addison. Then on your bench, you have Worthy, Harris, Bryant, and Njoku, JCM. I just think you are probably a team that should try and win this year. And if you don't, keep all your 27 first-round picks, all your 27 picks, and then you can pivot in season if you're not actually competitive. You know, by the middle of the year, let's say your team is 2-5, then let's go out there and let's really make some big moves. I don't have a great, you know, trade idea for you, to be honest, though. You could try and tear down off of Burrow, but I don't think it's really the time to do so. And I don't think you need to do that. If you can make a trade where you send that 112, you know, like we said, Devontae Adams, you send that 112 for a Jalen Waddle. Maybe you could package your what'd you have, the 212 as well, or the 211, whatever it was? The 210. Can you package the 210 and Jalen Waddle for Jalen Waddle? Does that package get you near an A.J. Brown? Does that package get you near a Rashee Rice? Is Rashee Rice on the block? How affordable is he? A Devonta Smith? Those are all the kind of names that I would love to add ideally. I think Adams is probably the most realistic. Now, if you were to tear down off of Burrow, you'd still want to stay competitive. So like a Goff and an Adunze, right? Hypothetically, Joe Burrow for Jared Goff plus Rome Adunze. That's a deal that could make sense for you. Jared Goff's a great option right now. Can't go to Cam Ward. You need someone that you can compete with. So Dak Prescott. You can't get Dak and Tet, unfortunately, but this isn't a great fit for you, so let's keep looking. Bo Nix. You can't get Bo Nix, Drake London. Nope. Let's keep looking. Purdy Burden. I think that might be the most you could get, but I mean, being honest, if I had Purdy and Burden, I probably would decline that trade. I'm a big Purdy guy, though. Not everybody is. Kyler and Nico is just too far down. Dart, there's no receiver there for him. Love and Pickens is interesting. Jordan Love plus George Pickens. I don't hate that one. That one could work. Again, these are probably trades that I'd rather try to do in season rather than right here today. But that's what I would do with the team, man. Try and win this year, and then I say you're a sleeper because you want to keep that flexibility in season. If you need to turn it around and by the trade deadline start selling off some of those veterans, then you have the assets to go out there and do that. But appreciate you. Thanks for letting me look at the squad. You should be getting your playbook within the next 3 to 4 business days. So make sure you are tuned to the message tab on the Flock site. We do have John Perry here with a trade question that just came in. If you guys have any trade questions, feel free to submit them. I'll go back and forth between the team reviews and the trade questions if there are any. John Perry, Super Flex, 12 teams, start 9. Smaller line out there. There is a premium. Is this too light for Achane, he says. He'd send the 109 and Achane and Dobbs. He would get back Nix, Tootin, and Marvin. You could definitely use a Bo Nix. You've got a really strong running back room. If you made this trade, you would be starting Nix and Herbert, Walker and Kyron, or Javonte, London, Olave, Kraft. You have 2 more flex spots, which you could fill with a Higgins and a Dunze, one of the Javontes or Kyrons, 2 ins. So I don't think it's a bad offer, honestly. Like, when I look at this trade, what are the 2 pieces I'm least interested in? That would be the 109 and Dobbs. Let's just say the 109 and Tootin are equivalent in value. I don't really like. It's not that I don't think Dobbs can't be productive. I just don't think he's a long-term alpha answer in New England. So I don't really consider him too much in a trade like this. Would I trade Achane for Nix and Marvin? I think I probably would in the Superflex league, especially considering the context. So I honestly don't think this is too light on Achane. I mean, you could maybe ask in return. I was thinking, like, how far do you think you can push it? Like, could you ask for a Burrow instead of a Nix? Probably not. Could you ask for a Judkins instead of a Tootin? Probably not. But again, like, how far do you think you can push it? Am I okay to pay that price that you're paying? Probably. Would they be willing to do a Nadunze Lamb swap? That would be easily pushing me over the top. You're not going to get Bowers, but those are a couple of other ideas I would have, but I don't think it's too light. You could try and push it, but depends on how your league views these players. Okay, we do have a pro pass here from Golden Curry. Shout out to Golden Curry. Appreciate you for being a member. If you guys don't know, if you become a Land Annual Mother Flocker member, then you can actually upgrade your live team playbook voucher to the pro pass. And that is exactly what Golden Curry here has done. They've got the Pro Pass here. The Pro Pass actually doubles your playbooks, which is something that we just recently started offering this year. Doubles your playbooks. You get the Priority Pass option as well. Now, a disclaimer here: you can't turn the voucher from a Pro Pass into another Pro Pass, right? You can upgrade it to a Priority Pass if you like, but you can't go and turn it into another Pro Pass. But I'm going to go ahead and give you your free team review voucher there for buying the Pro Pass. I appreciate you big time, my friend. There is no context here, so I am kind of flying a little bit blind, but that's okay. I will just view it as if it was my team and kind of tell you what direction I might take it. I don't even know how to say Zen in my foreskin. I guess that's your team name. League format. It's a 1 quarterback start 10. So that is a larger lineup for a 1 quarterback league. You can probably start up to 3 receivers and 3 flexes, or 4 flexes and 2 receivers, but it's a big lineup. You are currently ranked 2nd in this league. No tight end premium, and it is also half PPR. So a couple things to take note. You've got a couple picks this year that we can play around with. You've also got a first next year, so you've got flexibility with your own picks. We like to see that kind of flexibility there. 109, 201, 202, and then the late second and the early 4th is what we're working with here with this draft capital. That's a good amount of draft capital for a team that's ranked so highly. So not bad at all. Okay, in a 1 quarterback league, start 10. You've got Daniels, Bucky, Henderson, Neighbors, Wilson, Bowers. You're then flexing Burden. Now, this is the problem with this team. You're really top heavy. This is a league where depth really does matter, and you don't really have much depth. You're very, very top heavy in a league like this. So that is trying to figure out like how we can change that. We can maybe do some tear downs here. Technically, your untouchables are Brock Bowers. We might look at what a tear down would accomplish for us, and then Malik Neighbors. If you're going to hold some of these players, I would still hold Trey Benson. He played well last year. I just don't know if he's going to have much opportunity to really be the guy anymore. I would hold Jalen McMillan. I would hold Terrence Ferguson. And I would also hold Matthew Golden. If you need to drop anybody, you could drop Jaleel McLaughlin. I don't really see him ever being an important part of your roster. I'd say the same thing about Khalil Mullings. Even Luke McCaffrey, you could drop here. On the waiver wire, Malik Willis is available. Interesting. Maybe we'll look at a Jaden Daniels teardown and see if you can pick up Malik Willis. Chigakonkwo should also be rostered. He could have some serious value. And I would roster him over Otten or Sanders at this point, personally. But, okay. Overall team grade as of today, very top heavy. It's not a bad team at all. But we just need a lot of depth for a team like this. I would probably, for a league like this, I'd probably go B. And you're another person that I would say probably is a sleeper. Might need to make a couple moves to be taken seriously as a contender, just because of the lack of depth, and we're not even sure if, you know, your guys are going to stay healthy. But that's how I would probably label you, my friend. Let's jump into the war room. Quite a few picks here to play around with. Starting off with the 109. If you were to keep that 109, you're looking at a Sadiq, Coleman, Price, maybe a Boston falls there. Concepcion maybe could fall there. That's probably the range that you're looking at. In that early second range, right now, based off the limited information that we have, you could, is there a premium here at tight end? No premium at tight end, unfortunately, but that's probably where a Stowers, a Claire, Surratt, Bell, Simpson in a super flex league. Well, it's a 1 quarterback league, so we wouldn't really target Ty Simpson in your format in particular. And then beyond that, I can't really tell you what the best player available will be yet. Now, you could also trade that 109 for a veteran running back or wide receiver. I definitely think you need to add running back and receiver. You know, with that early second, can you get a Swift? Can you get a Henry? With that 109 is a Javonte Williams possible? Is a Kyron Williams possible? Those type of names. With that late pick, is J.K. Dobbins possible, or even like a Tyler Algier? You just need a couple more names to really go out there and compete with. But that's probably around the range of what you'd be looking to acquire. Now, let's just hypothetically say, again, you turn that 109. What were some of our favorite names there again? Let's say you turn that into Javonte Williams. If you can't get a Javonte, what's a more realistic name? Josh Jacobs is a little bit more realistic. Let me see. Outside of Josh Jacobs, I'll say like, I don't think Christian McCaffrey, like a Saquon Barkley in some leagues, a Travis Etienne. That is probably the range there. And then with that early second, you know, you could even go running wide receiver there, like an Adams, a Mike Evans. I would love to just have you send all these picks away and just commit to try and contend. You know what I mean? So, for example, let's say you're able to send, just hypothetically, you get Javonte Williams, you get Adams and Evans. Like, that's, I think, your ideal world, because then your starting lineup is Daniels, Bucky, Javonte, Neighbors, Wilson, Bowers, and then your flexes are Henderson, Burden, Adams, and Evans. That is a great starting lineup. The point is to win a championship. And with this route, by the way, if you were to accomplish this, you wouldn't have to tear down from any of your top end names. You still got Hammers and Daniels. You still got the Hammers in Brock Bowers, Malik Neighbors. That is my favorite option for you. However, with Malik Willis on the waiver wire, I'm just wondering if there's a Daniels teardown out there. So, for example, we go from Daniels. Let's find a suitor here. Daniels to Purdy and something. It would have to be like Purdy and Pickens. I don't really think that's actually possible. I think Pickens is probably more expensive than Daniels anyway. That's probably not going to work. Let's keep looking. Has to make sense for you. Has to make sense for them. Herbert. Nope. That's not enough. Nick's Rice is not enough. Okay, so a Dart and a Nico is probably the one that makes the most sense. And then you're probably going to have to send back at minimum like your 202 or something. It's not perfect, honestly. The Daniels teardown is probably not the way to go. I would try heavily to go out there and compete right now, Golden Curry. If you're not able to do that and you're not able to acquire those veterans, then maybe in season you keep flexible. And if you're not winning games, you can tear down from a Brock Bowers or a Neighbors or a Daniels. I'll say one other idea I have is if you want to tear down from Bowers, you know, who has Loveland, for example? Warren and McMillan? What do we think about that, guys? There's no premium here. I would do that. No premium, large lineup. I think that would be enough for me. Again, considering the format, Loveland and Marvin, I don't know if I'm obsessed with that, but what do we think about this, gang? Like Loveland plus a Marvin Harrison. I don't know how I don't love it. I would do a Loveland in the 102, and then you just guarantee whatever receiver you want in the class. That's probably easier. Yeah. So those are probably your options. Again, I prefer the route of just using your picks to buy up these veterans and going out there and trying to contend this year. I appreciate you for letting me look at the squad. That was a fun one. A lot of weapons on this team. A lot of top-end talent that you can stay flexible with throughout the entire season. Appreciate you, man. You should be getting your playbook within the next 3 to 4 business days. Yeah, let's have a look at the next team here, which is in Lang. Thanks for being a member in Lang. Iowa just knocked off Nebraska. I forgot March Madness was happening, gang. I think the reason I forgot it was happening is because Virginia got knocked out last week, and I'm just gonna be honest, like I kind of lost interest a little bit. Let me pull it up as we're doing these reviews. I am watching right now Texas Purdue. Texas Purdue. Okay. In Lang. What's happening? Your team name is Donga Lang. We are in a 1 quarterback start 9. So that is either 3 flex spots and starting 2 receivers, or 2 flex spots and starting 3 receivers. You're currently ranked 4th in your league, which is good to know. The site has you 7th on quarterbacks, 3rd at running backs, 2nd at receivers, and 7th at tight ends. No context here, but let's have a look. Only have the 308, so we're probably not going to jump into any War Room, because War Room is a game plan for your rookie draft. You have a late 3rd. Nobody wants that pick. It's not going to be worthwhile in the trade market, and you're just going to be taking a swing. Texas 74, Purdue 75, and they just fouled Purdue. Okay, so we are starting Dart or Herbert, whichever one. Hampton, Taylor, Lamb, McMillan, Pitts. And then we have 3 more flexes we need, which would be Swift, Higgins, Wilson. Not a bad team. I do wish we had a little more top-end depth. But it's not a bad team. Yeah. Because it's a smaller lineup, I definitely think you can go out there and contend for sure with this team. There's a couple moves that we can make where I think you can be in a better position. Overall team grade as of today, I would probably put you at like a solid just B flat. And then your draft capital grade, I don't think you got much good draft capital at the moment, which you're probably aware of. As untouchables, your untouchables are probably CD, Lamb, and Hampton, but in the right scenario, I wouldn't be opposed to moving them. I would hold Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt on this team that has a real lack of depth at running back. Oh my gosh, Texas just got an and 1. They might tie this up. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I would hold Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. I would hold Jaden Higgins as well. If you need to drop some players, is Daniel Jones really worth rostering in this format? I guess, maybe. It's a 12-team league. There's a lot of quarterbacks rostered. Yeah, on the waiver wire, you've got James Conner available, Jordan James available, George Halani available. Those are some names that I think are worth looking at. If you need to drop someone, you can drop Ben Sinnott at this point. Oh my gosh, it's a tie game. And you can definitely drop Cole Kmet. Yeah, not a bad team at all. Like I said earlier, we're not really going to go to the War Room because you only have a 3rd round pick, and we really can't do much with that. I would really be pursuing a Taylor tear down if that's possible. I'd be looking to sell a Justin Herbert. I just think you could use a little more depth. You don't really need that many quarterbacks on your roster. And I'm also not even opposed to a CeeDee Lamb tear down if the right offer is out there. So, let's start with Jonathan Taylor. So, if we can move off of Jonathan Taylor and go to like a Breece Hall. No, that's not perfect. Bucky Marvin. Bucky Irving. Marvin Harrison. I think that would be great. What's up, Chris? Says, how much longer are you going to stay alive? Yeah, well, after this one, I have another review, so at least the next 20, 30 minutes. But, if you submit yours now, I can definitely stay up and do that one as well. No doubt about it. I do like Bucky and Marvin as a tier down option here. I think that's really ideal given the nature of your league. McCaffrey Burden. Is that possible? Sorry, I got to watch the ending of this. Purdue. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my gosh. Purdue just had a tip in for the win. That's heartbreak for Texas. That's what we live for, though. That's March Madness, baby. Okay, moving off of Taylor. A McCaffrey Burden. I don't know if that's possible, but I would definitely do it if it is. You have to be aware that a lot of people are probably wanting to move off of Taylor at this point. Chase Brown and Adunze I like a lot. I would do Kyron McConkey, but that guy doesn't have a lot of depth. Javonte, Brian Thomas. Like, all these are really ideal moves, in my opinion. Saquon, AJ, I don't really like as much. So, I mean, even if you just make one of these deals, let's just say that you went and you're able to get Javonte and Brian Thomas done. Well, then your starting lineup is Dart, Hampton, Javonte, Lamb, McMillan, Pitts. But then you're flexing Higgins, Brian Thomas, and DeAndre Swift. Michael Wilson's now on your bench. You don't have to rely on him. That's ideal. Is there any team that needs a quarterback? Probably not. Well, the guy who has Jordan Love, could you move Justin Herbert for Travion? Like, can you send a 27-second and get a deal like that done? Maybe not, but I would be willing to try. Not a lot of people need quarterback, unfortunately. The guy is Cam Ward. Can you go get a Josh Jacobs? I like that move a lot. That move makes a ton of sense for you. I like that one a lot, honestly. I would do the same thing for Saquon. With all those options, I don't think you need a CD Lamb teardown. I like these options a lot. And I don't think you need to make too many moves. It's a start 9, correct? Yeah, start 9. So you don't need to make too many moves. Just need to make a couple moves to kind of put you in that right angle. But I'm a fan of it, man. I'm a fan of the team, and I hope that's helpful. Definitely go out there and try and win a championship. There's no reason not to with a team like this. And as always, DM me if you got questions, if you have anything that you need answered. But you will get your playbook here within the next 3 to 4 business days. It'll be customized to everything that we talked about here today. So just make sure you are checking your DMs on the Flock site. Okay, just got a trade from Cena. I'm assuming that's you, Christian, which is awesome. We'll definitely get to that today. LRKPC has a trade question. However, there is no players in the trade question. So I think this might have been submitted wrong. You may not have selected any player when you submitted it. I'm not sure, but I'm going to give you a free trade question voucher to come back and submit that again, my friend, because it's either a glitch on the site or there was nothing sent through. H Snively here has a trade question. Dynasty Superflex 10-team start 9. Sending my 106, 107, and a 27 first for Bowers. Did we just look at this one today? Because someone else did that same trade today. I think this might have been the same trade we looked at today, but This is a different option, right? Yeah. And just got offered this verbally, he overpays. So he's sending Warren, Jefferson, and Adams. You're getting the 103 of first and a Dunze. Let's kind of break this down. If I were to move Jefferson, I'd probably want something like some equivalent of a Dunze and the 103. Let's say that's equivalent for Jefferson. So then we're asking the question, do you prefer like a Warren or Dobbins? I really don't care between the two. Do you prefer Adams or a 27 first? I pretty easily would want that 27 first. So all things considered, I'm fine to take this trade. What I would say is you doing the Bowers deal, I just want you to keep in mind that the Bowers deal does very much put you all in. And you are losing some really good depth here with Adams. Like Adams is by far your best flex. You're also losing a hammer with Justin Jefferson in a small league. So I'm saying this because I'm fine to make the move. However, I don't think you stop here. You probably need to move that 103 for a player you can compete with today, this year. And I wouldn't be opposed to moving. You just need to add a little bit. This shouldn't be the final move, but from a value perspective, I think I like it. Okay. Let me know if that makes sense. He says, only thing that worries me is trying to contend if I take Bowers trade and losing those. Exactly. So that's exactly where I was coming from as well. You know, kind of saying like that just can't be the last move that you make. You know, but let me know if that makes sense, my friend. Okay, let's go to Chad Whitney. Hey, Chad. Thanks for being an annual motherflocker with code LAND. I appreciate you big time, my dude. Team name is America. F yeah. F yeah. Okay. You are currently ranked first in your league, by the way. And your league is a Superflex 12-team start 9. That's a smaller starting lineup. Yeah, that's a smaller starting lineup for sure. Depth is not going to be as important in this particular type of format. He says, please teach me how to turn all this value into a contender. Trades have been rough to execute this spring. Everyone's waiting till the draft. 101 owners stated they are interested in moving back. But what is my max offer? The 103 plus the 108. Lastly, I wouldn't hesitate to sell high on May right now. Okay. So you have the 103 and the 108 in this year's draft. We'll answer that question about what would I pay for the 101 in a second. You've got a lot of top names. It's just the depth is where you lack. At the same time, if you're going to lack in depth, this is definitely the league format to do it in. You know, only a start 9. And your starting lineup in this type of format would be May, Mahomes, Judkins, Tootin, I guess for now. Puka, Neighbors. I don't know who your tight end is there. And then you're flexing Burden, White. Yeah. I definitely am going to do a May tier down. We'll explore a Puka tier down. Yeah, okay. Good news is the site has you first at both quarterback and wide receiver, so clearly there's some strength there. You're definitely top heavy. I would call you a contender, but there are definitely moves that need to be made for you to be taken seriously as a contender. I'm going to give you a B+ grade, and that's really because of the top-end talent and the 3 firsts in 2027. Right now, I think you lack a little bit of depth, but we can definitely improve that. Your untouchables, look, your untouchables are technically Drake May. It's going to say that on your playbook. It's going to say Puka Nacua, but I am going to explore what a small tear down could look like for names like that. I would hold Tyler Shuck at this point. I would hold Rashad White at this point. Ayuk, if he goes to Washington, he could be a great weapon for you. And I would hold Elijah Arroyo as well. Easy drops. If you need to drop anyone, you can drop Joe Milton. You can drop Isaiah Bond. No, I'd rather drop Mitchell Evans and Noah Gray and Evan Ingram than any of those other guys that we talked about. Is there anyone even interesting on your waiver wire? Not really. There's no names on the waiver wire, but those are names that you could drop if you need to clear space for, after your rookie draft concludes, if that makes sense. Let's jump into the war room. So with that 103 and 108, you definitely need running back, but this is clearly not a class that has running back strength, It's certainly a weakness of this class, but you're looking at a Tate, Tyson, Lemon, Mendoza there. I don't think you go Mendoza with the depth that you already have at quarterback. At the 108, maybe a Coleman gets a good spot. Maybe a Price gets a good spot, but you're probably looking at one of those names or a Omar Cooper. I don't think Surratt's going to be that expensive anymore. So, but I would rather use those picks to make a trade. Look, first off, if you can get the 101 and all you have to do is pay the 108 on top, offer it. There's no harm in them saying no. Would I accept that if I had the 101? No, not a chance. It wouldn't even be close. I would probably ask you to... Let's see who has the 101, though. What team has the 101 here? Okay. Maybe this is a team where we can do a Puka tear down. Okay, this is more of a chalkboard move, so I'm just going to write on your chalkboard right now that we're going to explore this idea of sending the 103 plus the 108, and we're doing a Jefferson plus 101 acquisition. We're going to explore that later on, though. Now, alternatively, to improve that running back room, you could just sell these picks individually. And the way I would do that is to go after these veterans that I know can help me win today. So a James Cook makes a lot of sense there. A Jonathan Taylor makes a lot of sense there. At the 108, this is definitely a sweet spot for running backs that are veterans, like Javonte Williams, Kyron Williams, Josh Jacobs. So, but yeah, I definitely think we're a contending team. I want to get to the chalkboard straight away because I want to kind of flesh out this idea. So we send them Puka Nacua. Okay, what will we need to make this really make sense? Okay, let's work through this. We definitely want Marvin Harrison back as well. Okay, so they would get the 103, the 108, and Puka Nacua. We would get Jefferson, the 101, and Marvin Harrison. I'd be curious what our new calculator would say about that. This is, what was it? Is it a full or a half point premium? Full point premium, no PPR. Full point premium, no PPR. We're in a Superflex start 9. Superflex 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just say your bench has 10 spots. Okay. I am curious to see what are we sending? We're sending Puka. We're sending the 103. We're sending the 108. We're getting back Jefferson, the 101, and Marvin. Okay. I kind of felt like that was pretty even. I feel like this accomplishes exactly what you want to do. Like, in an ideal world, you were able to add a really impactful running back. And that, in this world, would end up being Jeremiah Love. So you make a move like this, your starting lineup becomes May, Mahomes, Love, Judkins, Jefferson, Neighbors. Don't know what to do at tight end yet still, but then you're flexing Burden and Tootin. Or even just Burden and Marvin Harrison. I think this accomplishes pretty much exactly what you want to do. Jared, what's up, brother? Mahomes could miss time. That's fair. Judkins and Neighbors, I have not heard that they're projected to miss time. Definitely not Judkins from just what I've heard. But that could be progressing. What do we think about this, guys? What do we think about this idea? I don't think this is a bad idea to go out there and try and pursue for him. But I want to hear from you guys. It's always better to do this collectively. Does that guy have a tight end? He doesn't have a tight end that we really like, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't think you could stretch this much further. Like, I don't think you can get Brian Thomas as well. Yeah, I don't see how this like stretches any further than this, but I think that could work though. Okay, that is an option for you. Let's look at a tear down from Drake May and a Puka Nacua tear down. I don't want to tear down too far just because of the nature of your league being a start 9. But with Drake May, Caleb Williams and Jackson Dart. I mean, could you tear down from both May and Mahomes? Get Dart and Purdy. And what could you get on top of that? Could you get a Drake London on top of that? Something simple like this. Mahomes and May for Dart, Purdy, and London. So you're tearing down twice at quarterback, and you're getting London in return. Doesn't fix... I'd love to get Loveland involved as well. So, like, what if you did this, but you also grab Loveland, and you send one of those 27 firsts that you have? Ooh, that would be hot. So whatever's the least attractive 27 firsts that you own, send it in a deal like this. And if you make a move like this, you're starting Dart, Purdy. Shuck is still on the bench. Judkins, Tootin, so it doesn't fix running back for sure, but you still have that 103 that you can play around with. Like that 101 deal is still possible. But then you're starting... This isn't even giving up on Puka, is it? So you got Puka London, or Puka Neighbors, Loveland. You're flexing London, and your last flex is one of these guys on your bench. I mean, that's a deal I like a lot. Is it too drastic for them? I don't know. Might be. If it is, can we just tear down from Patrick Mahomes? Can we tear down from Mahomes to Brock Purdy and receive a Roma Dunze back, for example? And then, or even a Javonte Williams is honestly better for you. I don't mind also going from Drake May and doing a deal like this, but you might need a little more in return. So Drake May, we could probably get back Dart and Javonte. and then do like an Etienne Rashad swap. What am I saying? It's an idea. It's an idea. It's not perfect. Okay. Let's keep looking here. Off of May to Herbert. Look, Herbert and Mahomes, or Herbert and Hampton's a no-brainer for Drake May. What did I say? Herbert and Hampton. I think that's a no-brainer for you. That actually fixes a lot of your problems. Yeah. From May to Burrow, like easily I would do Burrow and Ken Walker. I honestly don't understand why May is that much more valuable, but that's what ADP tells us this year. Don't want to go too far down from May, though, in a league like this. Hurts is a very unattractive name in the market. You could take advantage of that. Problem is, he doesn't have really anyone that interesting. Like, you could do Hurts and HN. That's the only thing that could really make sense. For Puka, look, in a Start 9 league, I would rather have a stud like Puka. It's not a good time to sell him right now anyway. With all the accusations that are coming out right now, it's not the right time to move on from him at this point. But I love that deal where we move, like, let's just say hypothetically, you were able to do both of these deals. You're set up to win a championship for sure. I love all of these Drake May deals as well. But I think you're in a great spot, man. You just need to find the right deals to kind of maximize all the value on your roster. And if you're in a position by midseason where you're a really competitive team, let's say you're 6-2, don't be afraid to send another one of those 27 firsts to go out there and really win a championship. But appreciate you, Chad. Thanks for letting me look at the squad. Okay. Trade just came through from KC. Says, I'm looking to upgrade Lamb to JJ and pick up a 27 first. To do so, I have to downgrade Adunze to Ricky Pearsall. Okay. Let me just be honest with you, Casey. I do not view Lamb versus Jefferson as an upgrade or a downgrade. My wide receiver 6 versus my wide receiver 7, my 14th overall player versus my 15th overall player. I don't care. They're equivalent. So when I'm looking at a trade like this, I'm not considering them very much. The question is, would I send away Rome Odunze and the 109 for a 27 first and Ricky Pearsall? I mean, look, Odunze and the first are probably close in value. It's not too far off. The 109 and Pearsall are not, like, the 109 is worth more than Pearsall. Yeah. Are you in the chat right now? Let me know if you're here. I'd love to ask a couple questions to you. Let me know if you're here. I think this is pretty even. Let me pull the chat real fast. Which side would you prefer, gang? right now, it's pretty close. I mean, look, if the reason you're doing this is because you think you're upgrading, then I probably wouldn't be that interested, because I don't think it's an upgrade. I think it's a lateral move. You don't have your team link, so I can't really view much info there. But yeah, I think Ricky Pearsall is the issue. Like, is there a different receiver? Like, get rid of the 308 and Ricky Pearsall. Like, I don't know what the other team has, but let's just say hypothetically, if the other team were to have a Devontae Adams, a AJ Brown, DJ Moore, Jalen Waddle, I'd rather go that route, but it's pretty fair. The chat is 50-50 split on this, so it's pretty fair value. I don't think you're getting taken for a ride or anything. Okay, potentially the last review of the day. Let me know if you're here with me, CNAT. I know you submitted this while I'm streaming here. Again, if you want your team reviewed, the queue is completely open after this. This is the last day I'll be streaming this week. Just keep that in mind. But if you want a team playbook, you can check out the pinned comment. You can either become a promo code LAND annual Mother Flocker member, or you can buy one a la carte. But you can check that out in the pinned comment. Okay, CNAT is in the building. And it's a 14-team league, so definitely important context there, because that's a big old league. 14 teams. It's hard, man. It's hard out in these 14-team streets. Every team is struggling to put in a starting lineup. So I feel for you. Let me set up your playbook here on the background. Dondi is the team name. And your league format is a Superflex Start 9, which is technically not a big starting lineup. However, it would be hard to fill that lineup in this type of format. You're currently ranked first, though, which is good news in my rankings. Been very active with trades this offseason. Not sure if I should continue this rebuild or spend my picks to try and contend. Overall, love where my team is and now compared to a year ago. Open to all suggestions. Love the content, brother. I appreciate you big time. Okay. We've got the 105 this year. No other picks, but you have 4 firsts in 2027. So obviously that is significant to consider. So we're starting Dart and Lawrence. No quarterback 2 of note on the bench. Would prefer having quarterback 3. Would prefer having a quarterback 3 that I have a little more trust in. It's not the end of the world, especially if you have so many picks in season, you could turn those into a quarterback. So we're starting Dart, Lawrence, Irving, Scadaboo, Olave, McMillan, Loveland. We're also flexing. I would say probably you're flexing Gadsden, and then whatever you do at the 105. Not a bad team. Now, would you compete against this guy? His quarterbacks are pretty bad, but he's got really good positional, like running back, receivers. Just looking at the other guys in your league. Yeah. I think if this was my team, I would probably be going into the season with expectations of I'm kind of playing with house money. And that would, to me, kind of say you're a sleeper team. I don't want to go all in and get rid of all the draft capital that I have, because I've already got a really solid team. And that draft capital could really elevate things. Especially to have that many picks in such a good class. My question is, are those competitive teams that have these picks? Because it might be some really late first. Africa's wildest. You have their team's pick. And that might actually be a really good pick. You've got insert team names pick. They're ranked 11th. That's probably another really good pick. And Inshallah Daniel Jones is the worst team. You've got probably 3 of the best picks in 2027 there. So there's a chance that with the really good baseline you've already got, you might add 3 or 4 of the three of the top 5 players in next year's class. That's very intriguing to me. If anything, I'm probably like entering the season and having low expectations. And if I do spend up for any player, I'm probably going to use my own pick in 27, because that would mean I'd be good enough to consider doing that. You're going to hold the Matthew Goldens of the world, the Blake Corums, Tez Johnsons, Malik Washington as well. If you need to drop anyone, you can drop Justin Fields probably. But I understand he's going to start to begin the year, so you can hold on to him if you'd like to. If nothing happens with Michael Mayer, you could potentially cut him. The waiver wire. Yeah, I thought it might look bare in a 14-teamer. This is not as bad as I thought it would be, honestly. Plenty of interest on the waiver wire from me, like a Naylor, a Emmanuel Wilson, George Halani, a Jordan James. There's plenty of interest on the waiver wire from me. Okay, overall team grade as of today. Your draft capital is an A+. I love that. Overall team grade is probably more of a B flat. I'd probably give you a B flat as of today. Yeah, Casey, let me know if you had any questions about my reply to your trade question, but I thought it was pretty easy, pretty even there. Jumping into the war room here, you've only got 1 pick, and really in this format, you're just going to be left with whatever's available, based off those top names that we really like. So it's going to be one of the big 3 receivers. Right now, it's kind of trending towards maybe being Jordan Tyson, which I wouldn't be opposed to adding, or Fernando Mendoza. It's going to be one of those names, and I think you could add either of them. If you were to trade that pick, you would want to add a running back or wide receiver. And right now, that is the running back range of... Let me double check before I say something stupid. I think in that range, you are looking at... Like, I don't think you can get a Cook or a Taylor. That would be my preference, but I don't think that's possible. And that would put you more in like a contending mindset. Looks like we've got Illinois and Houston about to start here for March Madness. Okay, so like Luther Burden, Roma Dunze, T. Higgins, Travion Henderson, Quinshon Judkins, right? And all those names, by the way, you could acquire, and even if you don't end up being the best team, they're still young pieces that you can build around. So I like that path for your rookie draft. Would I sell anyone? Like, the thing is, would I really sell anyone on this team? I don't think there's anyone on this team I really want to sell, man. I'm not opposed to like shopping Gadsden. I mean, obviously, if you can get, you know, any first in any year, you take it. And there's going to be teams that are tight and needy in this type of format. Like the guy who has Theo Johnson. Can you turn Gadsden into a... could you turn him into a Brian Thomas in this type of format, you know? I'm just curious where you could stretch it, because tight ends are going to be really hard to come by there. Marvin Harrison. That guy has Kyle Pitts. Maybe he's not that interested. The guy who has TJ Hawkinson. I don't want to buy a McCaffrey or Jacobs with your roster in particular. The Mark Andrews owner, Zay Flowers isn't attractive enough for me. Who else? The Goddard owner has Burden. Ooh, that would be awesome. Tucker Kraft owner is probably fine. The Kincaid owner, Enigbuka, would be incredible. Completely fine with that personally. Those are probably your main bets there, but honestly, like, beyond that, I want to answer all the questions that you have seen at. So please, like, hit me with any questions that you have. Anything I haven't answered well enough, I would be really happy to answer that for you. This is the rebuilding rankings, by the way. You're the top rebuilder in this league. I also think you're slightly competitive, but I just don't see a reason for me to tell you to sell the Buckies, Lovelands, Olaves, McMillans. I mean, you could technically sell Scatterboo if you're worried about the draft. Look, if I could get any first in 2027, I don't want to say any. I would say like a mid. I would say a mid, because that could be like the 14th pick in 2027. A mid first in 2027, I'd be willing to do. I would be willing to do like the 105 range. Obviously, if Jeremiah Love is a giant, then Scatterboo's value is destroyed. But if you sell him now, assuming he's a giant, and he's not, then Scatterboo's value is going to definitely rise, depending on how the draft goes. So, yeah, man, let me know if you got any questions. But I would definitely play this cool. I'd head into the season playing with house money, and if I'm competitive, I can use my own first to try and be a better team and try and win this year. But hold on to those firsts that aren't yours, because they look like they could be very valuable. Christian says, yeah, appreciate it so far. I'm in limbo. I've had some offers to compete, and I'm curious if I should put some chips in, but not sure. I would not. Because those three firsts that aren't yours genuinely look like they could be contending to be the 101. So I wouldn't do that. Your own 27 first, I think you can be flexible with in season. If you're contending, then you can move that piece. But as far as Scatterboo goes, like, I'm just going to be honest with you, dude. Like, no one really knows if Scatterboo's value is going to rise or fall. Because really the question is Jeremiah Love a giant? If Jeremiah Love is not a giant, his value is definitely going to be more, is going to improve. It's going to go up. If Jeremiah Love is a giant, his value will fall. There's just no in between. You know what I mean? And I can't really answer that question because I can't predict the future there. But yeah, man, let me know if you got any final questions there. And I appreciate you letting me look at the team. But that might be it for today. That's potentially it for today. But I appreciate all y'all big time. Thanks for hanging out with me. I love doing these startups, these auction mocks. I'm trying to figure out, like, if I need one more mock to feel comfortable doing a real draft or not. Yeah, appreciate y'all. Christian says, I think this team is competitive enough to make the playoffs, so I just play it by ear, see how I perform, sell maybe my own first for exactly where my mindset is. 100% exactly how I would play it if it were my team. But I appreciate you big time, my friend. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for hanging out. One thing I will say is, if you are a part of our land league community, you know, or we're doing these leagues together, I got some really exciting news next Monday night when we do the Athena League. I just think it's going to make everyone's lives easier, and it looks way better. So, yeah. Wait for that on Monday night. But that's it for today. Go enjoy March Madness. I'll see you guys when Monday night hits. Nothing but love, gang. See you soon.